Do you know what's kind of wild to me? The more I get on here and talk about the differences in the Amish and the Mennonites and how many differences there are, the more I realize that you literally can't get on here and really talk about all the differences because every church seems to be different, right? Now, years ago, back when I was still with the New Order Amish, I feel like there was certain things that classified you as New Order Amish. We all kind of fellowshiped together, like the different churches. The preachers would preach at each other's churches. We'd all preach pretty much the same gospel truth of being born again by salvation through grace, not of works. And like we were all similar. There was differences. We had electricity, some didn't have electricity. There was always differences, right? But I kind of could say the New Order Amish do this or that, and I was usually right. Well, I keep getting so many comments about the Amish in our area do this, and I'm just finding out more and more that you really cannot put them in a box. Because apparently more and more different churches are branching off and they're calling themselves New Order. Like they should give themselves a different name, I guess, or something. But there's just so many differences in the Amish groups anymore. And a lot of times it boils down to small things. Like one church will allow this, another church won't allow that, right? So there's always the little things. One church will allow electricity. Another church will not allow electricity. One church will allow you to have cell phones. Another church will say you can't. So there are just so many differences. And even in the Mennonites, like there is every stripe, every flavor that you could about imagine. So if you don't like something in one church, you can probably just go to a different one and you'll be allowed to do that there. I just feel like the Amish are changing so fast, at least in some areas. Like they're allowing so many new things and so many things are changing that in some ways I kind of feel like, do I even know what I'm talking about anymore? Even though I grew up Amish, right? But things are changing and that's a good thing. It's a good thing because I'm praying that they will come to the light of the gospel of the truth. And that is also happening. Like there are Amish seeing revivals in their communities, right? So things are changing in Amish communities. And I'm just discovering you simply cannot say the Amish do this or they don't do that because, and I keep harping on this, right? But partly because I'm blown away by it so much myself, how I keep hearing that the Amish are changing so much. There will always be the staunch ones who they don't allow any change. They're going to keep on using their outhouses and no motors and all that stuff. But in general, across the country, there's just so many things changing in so many Amish communities.